And now, just in time for Halloween, there's a nationwide contest on for kids to write a scary Goosebumps story. And the winner gets the author of the popular children's tales as an English teacher for a day. The Brain Juice contest celebrates the release of R.L. Stine's newest Goosebumps book. The best-selling children's author will appear at the Winter School to teach a creative writing class.
I was a very fearful child. I was scared of a lot of things. I would just stay in my room writing. I started writing when I was 9 years old. And now I can think back and try to remember that feeling of fear and try to remember what I was scared about when I was a kid.
He's not scared anymore. Over 200 million copies of his books in print. The contest winner will be announced on October the 19th.
Well, now R.L. Stine is heading up a contest with the grand prize, a personal visit to your kid's school around Halloween. We talked to him about it by satellite.
We have a brain juice, terrifying title contest. I don't know how it's going to work, but we're doing it. We're doing it with General Mills.
Okay, so
and
any
I have
kid...
this book. I have this Goosebumps book coming out called Brain Juice, which I love that title. I love titles. So we thought we'll have kids send in titles. Send me your Goosebumps titles. Let's see what kind of great titles kids come up with. And I'm going to pick a winner. And then I'm going to pay a surprise visit to their school, and we're going to write a story with the kids based on the winning title.
That will be lots of fun.
Robert Lawrence Stine, we all know him as R.L. Stine, the pride of Ohio State University, is simply the best-selling children's author in history. He's been translated into more than 20 languages, sold more than 200 million books. We're talking about Goosebumps, Series 2000, Fear Street. We love him. He frightens us terribly, but he's a nice father of Matthew and the husband of Jane. Good morning.
Laura, thank you. What a nice introduction.
Hey, tell us about this contest that General Mills and Parachute Consumer Products, your company, is doing. This is
This is called the Brain Juice Terrifying Titles Contest. And we're asking kids to get a postcard and make up their own Goosebumps titles. I want you to think of the scariest titles you can think of and send them in, and I'm going to judge them.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to get some very good titles.
And also, RL, we have we're going to give the people all the information about where they need to send their entries, as well as the internet line for General Mills.
That's great.
Now, this is called the Brain Juice Terrifying Title Contest.
That's a pretty terrifying title right there, don't you think?
It is.
It's scaring me.
How does this work?
Well, we got together with the General Mills people who do fruit roll-ups, and we decided we would have a contest for kids to send in their scariest Goosebumps title. They have to send their titles on a postcard, P.O. Box 7012, Stacy, Minnesota, 55078.
Hitchcock, if you are a fan of the Goosebumps series, the TV shows, the books, stay tuned, because we can tell you about a contest where you might be able to name the new Goosebumps story.
It's called the Brain Juice Terrifying Title Contest, and we're doing it with the General Mills Fruit Roll-Ups people. There's a Goosebumps book coming out next month called Brain Juice, and I love that title. It's just one of my favorite titles, and we got together with the General Mills Fruit Roll-Ups people and said, let's see what kind of titles kids could come up with. We're asking kids to send us their scariest Goosebumps titles, to make up some good Goosebumps titles and give me some help.
Poor Mr. Stine. Look at him. He looks beat. Come on, kids, help him out. For 25 years, he's been writing children's books and videos. In fact, he's the best-selling children's author in America. But for some reason, this week, he can't come up with a name for his next book. He knows that kids have a head for explosive, creative, juicy thoughts. So Mr. Stine, along with General Mills, which makes Brain Juice fruit snacks, has created the Brain Juice Terrifying Title Contest. Now, what do the children receive if they win this contest?
Well, I'm going to read all the titles they send in, and I'm going to pick the winner. And on October 19th, I'm going to pay a surprise visit to the winner's school.
Stine, along with Minnesota-based General Mills, are asking kids to come up with a scary Goosebumps story title just in time for Halloween.
Stein will then write a short story based on the best entry and visit the winner's school. And believe it or not, Stein begins a lot of his stories just with a title.
Jam 92.3, Cleveland's #1 hit music station. Make sure you tune in all weekend long and listen for the touchstones you hear and be the ninth call in the Jam Lines, and you will score a 2-pack of fruit roll-ups and a Goosebumps video t-shirt and 2 new Goosebumps Series 2000 books.
I go to my phone lines and find a winner. Hello.
Am I calling number 9?
Who is this?
This is Dana.
Dana, you are number 9.
No way.
Way!
Oh, cool.
You now have a Jam 92.3 prize pack from Fruit Roll-Ups and Goosebumps. It consists of 2 packs of Fruit Roll-Ups, a Goosebumps video, t-shirt, and 2 new Goosebumps Series 2000 books.
All right, sounds good.
It's a Fruit Roll-Ups Goosebumps winning weekend from General Mills and Cleveland's #1 hit music station, and that is...
Jam 92.3.
Cleveland's #1 hit music station, Gemma 92.3, and General Mills brings you a Fruit Roll-Ups Goosebumps winning weekend. Be listening all weekend long. When you hear the touchstones, be the ninth caller on the Jam Lines, and you'll win 2 packs of Fruit Roll-Ups, a Goosebumps video, t-shirt, and 2 new Goosebumps Series 2000 books. Plus, check out the General Mills website for kids at www.uruleschool.com to find out how you can be the author of the next R.L. Stein book in the Brain Juice Terrifying Title Contest. It's a Fruit Roll-Ups Goosebumps winning weekend from General Mills and Cleveland's #1 hit music station.
If you're a parent, you've probably heard the name of R.L. Stein. He's called the best-selling children's author in America and is well known for his Goosebumps series. Well, General Mills and Parachute Consumer Products have teamed up for a spooky contest just for kids in time for Halloween, says General Mills spokesperson Lee Lerner.
What we're doing is looking for kids' original scary book titles, and they should be kind of inspired by R.L. Stein's Goosebumps. And we're going to look for the best ones. There are going to be 50 freaky finalists, and they're going to get some prize packs, including contest t-shirts and fruit snacks and Goosebumps Series 2000 books. Next month, in November, actually, R.L. Stein is going to release a new Goosebumps Series 2000 book called Brain Juice. And General Mills has also released some fruit snacks that are inspired by Goosebumps. So we've got gushers and fruit roll-ups and stuff that are all Goosebumps related.
Tell your grade schooler to get booking. From now until October 8th, kids age 6 through 12 can write their scariest original story title for the Brain Juice Terrifying Title Contest. Top-selling Goosebumps author R.L. Stein will visit the grand prize winner's school to create a spooky story based on the winning title.
Most of my ideas start with titles. I'm always trying to think of titles. Actually, I had a title on my way down here this morning. Just popped into my head. The title is Dimwits of Doom. Now, I don't know if I'll ever write a book about it or not, but that's my title for the day. I'm always thinking about titles, and that's why I thought it would be fun to have kids send in a bunch of titles.
More than 200 million copies of Stein's Goosebumps books are in print in 20 languages. Full contest rules are on the General Mills website for kids, www.uruleschool.com.
Well, some students who have been sitting on edge will find out today who's the freakiest. It's down to 50 finalists in the Brain Juice Terrifying Title Contest. The winner, to be announced today, will get a school visit from Goosebumps author R.L. Stein.
What did you think when you saw his face and you knew it was him?
I was just amazed.
Imagine being 10 years old, winning a national contest, and having your hero come to your school and talk to you and your classmates. Sounds pretty cool. Well, that's exactly what happened down in the south central Iowa town of Lacona today.
If you don't know who R.L. Stein is or his best-selling series of scary Goosebumps books, then you probably haven't been hanging around an 8 to 12-year-old lately. These kids at Southeast Warren Intermediate School know, especially this kid who received a surprise visit from his favorite author. He is Braden Gardner, an imaginative 10-year-old who entered his suggestion in the Brain Juice Terrifying Title Contest. His grand prize winning entry, Dead Dogs Still Fetch, was inspired by the family pooch Bonnie.
Sometimes seems like you could throw a stick and she might go get it, but it really won't happen.
So she's the dead dog who still fetches?
Yeah.
Thousands of kids from across the country entered. But why this kid from a town of 350?
It just sounded like something I might come up with for Goosebumps.
If you've never read a Goosebumps book, they're kind of scary. Are they too scary?
No. I never have nightmares.
No nightmares, and according to the author, they're habit-forming.
Kids who read 30 Goosebumps, 40 Goosebumps, they're all developing a reading habit. I love that.
Braden says the visit from R.L. Stine was pretty cool, but it's also pretty cool being the most popular kid in school.
Oh, it feels good.
And Braden knows it'll feel even better than this when he follows in the footsteps of his hero.
I'm writing a book now. It's not a very good one because it has a lot of grammar problems and stuff, but I hope to correct it and publish it.
In Lacona, I'm Steve Carlin covering Central Iowa for News Channel 8.
You could see the excitement written all over this young man's face.
A Warren County 11-year-old who got the surprise of his life.
When your school hands out free T-shirts, you know something's up.
You guys have any idea what's going on today?
No, our teachers won't tell us. Nope, they said surprise or something.
Though smart money might bet it's something to do with Goosebumps.
Well, you guys are all Goosebumps fans?
Yeah!
It's a scary yet funny series of books for kids written by author R.L. Stine.
I don't think anyone is more amazed than I am by what happened with Goosebumps. We had no idea. We originally were going to do 6 books. That was it.
He is the surprise.
And now I've written 80 of them.
General Mills sponsored a contest to see which kid could come up with the most Goosebump-like title.
Matt sent in "There's Something in My Cheese."
They got more than 2,000 entries.
Flesh-eating phlegm suckers.
From all over the country.
Ebony in San Diego, never trust a girl with a hairy chest.
They pared down the list.
Trick or treat, smell my blood.
And sent the finalists to Stine, who chose Dead Dogs Still Fetch by Braden Gardner of Milo, Iowa.
It just sounded like a Goosebumps story to me.
He just has a healthy fantasy life.
Braden's parents...
Very active imagination.
...weren't too surprised, but Braden was. This was Braden's grand prize. A surprise visit from Goosebumps author R.L. Stine. Becoming the most famous person in Southeast Warren schools. And creating the biggest media frenzy Lacona, Iowa's ever seen.
So, what do you think you're going to do now?
Probably going to be a writer.
You're going to be a writer?
Yeah.
Tiny town in Iowa started celebrating Halloween early thanks to a creative 10-year-old. Congratulations. Braden Gardner brought home the grand prize in the Brain Juice Terrifying Title Contest sponsored by General Mills and Goosebump author R.L. Stine. Thousands of kids across the country submitted their scariest original book titles for the contest, but Braden's entry, Dead Dogs Still Fetch, beat them all. R.L. Stine surprised Braden yesterday morning with the announcement.
I was walking through the door and I was surprised and startled. And all the confetti, and I look at everybody wearing Goosebumps and I'm thinking, I must have won the contest.
A 10-year-old saying, I was surprised and startled. Thanks to Braden's winning entry, his school will receive gift certificates worth $1,000 to purchase classroom equipment, 100 new Goosebump books, and a brand new computer.
Good for him.
Our next guest happens to be a 9-year-old girl from Blue Springs, and she's received quite an honor.
Yes, her name is Stephanie Staples, and she's one of the 50 freaky finalists in the Brain Juice Terrifying Little Contest. And here's Stephanie right now. We've got Lee next to us, who's from General Mills. Okay, what is this contest all about? What was it all about?
Well, General Mills, in honor of Halloween, teamed up with the Goosebumps people, and you'll see a lot of our fruit snacks have the Goosebumps logo on them. And so we thought, as an added fun kind of thing to do, we'd have this Brain Juice Terrifying Title Contest based on the brand new Goosebumps book, which is called Brain Juice. And what we did is we challenged kids all over the country to come up with their scariest book title.
And what was your title?
Bridge of Nightmares.
One more time?
Bridge of Nightmares.
Bridge of Nightmares. How did you come up with it? Do you read a lot of Goosebumps?
Mostly, yeah.
And so just, I mean, that's pretty cool to be one of the 50.
Oh, know, it's awesome because we had over 2,000 entries. So to be narrowed down to the 50 across the country, the 50 freaky finalists, that's pretty cool.
Oh my gosh, and I think we have video of the grand prize
Right, I
winner.
was going to say, it was decided this week.
It was decided?
Unfortunately, Bridge of Nightmares does not
That's
win the big
okay, but
prize.
we still consider Stephanie a big winner.
Yes.
But that's the guy right there.
He's a
That's
10-year-old
right.
Iowa boy. He came up with dead dog, still fat.
And his grand prize was to have R.L. Stine from Goosebumps visit him at school. It was a total surprise. So Braden didn't know at all that he was going to be visited by him. So it was pretty awesome for him.
And so thank you very much to General Mills. And she gets all this, what is all this?
All these fruit snacks, fruit spring things, fruit roll-ups. You'll be eating and reading for a long time to come, Stephanie.
Grab them up before the crew gets to them. That's
Yeah.
Thank you, Lee.
Thanks for having us.
Congratulations, honey. Say hi to all your friends out there.
Hi. Okay.
It's the creepiest title we got. Sounded just like a Goosebump. Okay.
We just have to talk with Kelly.
All right, why don't you just give us a little overview of the contest?
Well, I had a great time with this contest. We got thousands and thousands of kids sending in their Goosebumps titles, which was fun for me because, believe me, I need all the help I can get these days. So it was great to get all these thousands of titles, and we narrowed them down and picked out what we thought was the best Goosebumps title.
And what was that title?
And the winning title was Dead Dog Still Fetch, which I think is really creepy and could make a really good Goosebumps story.
Great. Do you have, anything that you want to add yourself? Anything for, is there a reason why you get involved in this kind of stuff?
I love doing any contest like this where we get kids to think about books and to read and then to do their own writing. And this was a very exciting contest for me because it got kids to be creative.
Perfect. That's all I need. Thank you very much.
Very good.
Center in your psyche to come up with these kind of stories and titles.
I think you have to be a little twisted. It takes a lot of a strange imagination.
Feel kind of strange to be in the Big Apple and all of a sudden you're in the Kona Island.
I've actually been trying. We had a wonderful ride out here from Des Moines. It's so beautiful, and it's fall and everything. We really enjoyed the ride a lot. It isn't fall in New York yet. Trees are all best, and I've been out promoting Goosebumps Live, a new live stage show. So I've been traveling. One more book.
See you today.
Jake, nice to meet you. I like your shirt.
Can you tell Mr. Stein what your favorite one is?
Oh, thanks. I think you'll like Brain Jude. Nice to meet you.
Dachshund. We drive to Chicago a lot, and
Oh,
they
that's
keep them
great.
very quiet on the drive.
All right.
You just heard the comments of a mother there. Parents obviously like it.
Parents like Goosebumps. I think I caught my son the other night. He'd never read a book in his life, and I caught him at 2 in the morning. For me, that's the most exciting thing. The kids who read 30 Goosebumps.
Okay. What was it about Brady's title?
It sounded like a Goosebumps title to me. We went through, we got thousands of great titles. It just sounded like something I might come up with for met him yet.
They say he has a tremendous imagination. He loves to read and he wants to be a writer. If you were to become a writer and you were to become a Goosebumps style writer, what advice would you have?
My advice to kids who want to write is to write something every day. Keep a diary, keep a journal, and just make sure you write every day. I started when I was this kind of imaginative fiction.
Many people will be watching you every time. Probably think that you're maybe a little demented.
Do you not to be? No, I'm a hard-working guy. I'm not too demented. I got to write too many books to be demented. I write 2 books. Sure. It sounded like a Goosebumps to me. It sounded scary and funny at the same time. One before. Goosebumps. That's a hard.
Are you going to use Braden's?
Okay, I've got a secret that I'm going to tell you guys, okay? I'm here from General Mills, and we've got our Goosebumps people here, too. You all know Goosebumps.
Oh my God. You surprised?
This right here.
You think so?
Yeah. So what I need you to do is I need you to be as quiet as you can. Pretend it's like a surprise.
Later. Hi. Who or anything? That's it? Yeah. Well, guess he isn't coming. Let's go. Maybe later. going to be signing today. You guys all got shirts instead. Braden. Hi. Yeah. How are you? Are you shocked? I'm R.L. Stein. It's nice to meet you. You won the contest. You all right? Yeah? This is a little nutty. All right? You did it, man. Congratulations. You won the fruit roll-ups contest. That's great. Okay. Let's go. We picked your title to be the winning title. We're going to write a story with your title today. Okay, man. That was terrific. I think everyone's pretty excited. Where's Braden going? He's sitting over here.
Right in the middle. Sit right over here.
We're going to give him prizes.
Great.
Okay? You have a glass of water under there, and you have all your stuff.
So is this a surprise or what?
Well, Braden, of course you know that your grand prize is having R.L. Stein surprise you at your school. So that's what we're doing today. So we also have a few other prizes for you that we've got in the back here. We're going to bring out for you. We've already got your Goosebumps t-shirt. That was awesome. Cool. We'll get you one of these too.
All right.
We've got a ton of fruit roll-ups and Goosebumps books for you.
There you go, bud.
Looks pretty good, huh?
Oh, yeah. A very scary crowd. You guys are scaring me. Well, congratulations, Braden. This is a very exciting day. I'm so excited to be here. I don't quite know where I am, but I'm very excited to be here. I've been traveling around a lot in the past few weeks, so I'm a little dizzy from it all, I think. I was in, we had another contest a couple weeks ago. I was up in Toronto. We had a contest where 2 kids won a trip to Toronto where we filmed the Goosebumps TV show. And they got to go on the set of the Goosebumps Monsters by our makeup person. And I went up there. I wanted to see what they looked like. And I got up to the studio. They came running based on Braden's title, Dead Dog Still Fetch. I thought I would talk a little bit about it. Let me ask you a couple questions before we get started. What do you think is scarier, spiders or jellyfish? How many think spiders are scarier? How many think jellyfish? Oh, I think this is a spider crowd. It's close. I think this is a spider crowd in your bed. How many, how many think it would be scarier to find it in your sandwich? Yeah, pretty good. How many think it would be scarier to find it in your bed? Okay, so now we've got spiders in your bed. This is how, now if I wrote a book called Night of the Living Puppy, yes, you probably wouldn't like it, right? It wouldn't be too scary. What's scary about a guitar? I'd made a little mistake. So we changed it to piano lessons can be murder. Because piano, I guess the question I'm asked most often is, where do you get your ideas? And it's a very hard question to answer. 2 boys are teasing Carly Beth, and they give her a story. We had to do the scene 12 times. Isn't that terrible? How many of you have seen The Cuckoo Clock of Doom? Yeah, just like, thank you. Oh, that's great. That's great. That's a story about a 12-year-old little guy, and we didn't know. Everyone was nervous. We didn't know if he could make it or not. His parents were there, and the director, and the producer. And he started out, and we watched him, and he made it up the first step, and he got up to the second step, and he was doing it. He got up to the top, and he turned to the camera, and he said, "I have to pee." That was that. So we had to start all, we had to start all over again. Well, shall we try and write a fetch? Let's see if we can do this. This will work. First, we need 2 kids' names, right? We need 2. Shall we call one Braden? Huh? We'll call one kid Braden. All right, then we need a girl's name. Who has, actually, I'm going to come out here. Dog. What kind of dog is it? Yeah, what kind of dog? Black lab. A black lab. Okay, Braden and Jessica have a black lab. That's good. How old? 3? Young, huh? Pretty young. That's good. My dog is 3. My dog, Nadine, has a very boring life. She sits under the desk, watches me write all day. It's not too exciting. Okay, they have a black lab. What's the dog's name? We need a good name for the dog. All right, who has a good name? Let's do somebody in the back row. Yes. Yes. What's the dog's name? You. Yes. Seth. Seth for a dog? Yeah? All right, Seth. No, the dog's name is Seth. We have a black lab named Seth. All right? All right, now Seth loves to fetch. And Brady to think, this is a scary story, right? We have to make the story scary. So we need to think of a good scary place for them to be playing fetch. Where do you think? Where should they be playing fetch?
In the forest.
In the forest. All right, maybe. And can we think of a scarier place than the forest? How about something scarier than a forest even? Standing up. Yes.
Me?
Yes.
Okay, a graveyard.
A graveyard. Oh, that's good. Okay. And their mom says, I don't want you playing fetch with the dog in the graveyard anymore. It's too scary. I don't want you going there. And Braden says, but that's where I found Seth. That's where I found him, in the graveyard. It's not back with. Back row, yes. A bone? A skull. A whole skull? The dog, all right, we'll try it. All right, let's see what's it. What do you think it is? Yes. Yeah. A ghost. Interesting. Interesting. I don't know if that's, I don't think we want staggering out for its head. This is good. I think this is working out. I think now we're just going to have to think of a good ending here. We'll be in good shape. And the skeleton comes out, and Braden and Jessica say they're not afraid. And do you know why they're not afraid? They point to a grave. The skeleton comes closer and closer, staggering, its bones rattling, and stops in front of a grave. And the two kids point to the grave, and the name on the grave is Seth, because Seth is a dead dog. But see, dead dogs still fetch. And when the skeleton realizes that he's come after a dead dog, the skeleton turns around and goes back. And that's our story. Dead dogs still fetch. We did it. Yeah! All right. Thank you. All right, I thought I would read a chapter to you today from a book that isn't out yet. It's coming out next month, so you are the first kids in America to hear this chapter. Nobody's heard this or seen it yet. And it's from the book that's on your shirt, Brain Juice, which is my new favorite Goosebumps. I love this one. It came out really funny and very scary, and I think it's coming out next month. Brain Juice is about two kids who drink this purple liquid and become smarter and smarter and smarter. And they become so smart, no one can stand them. And they get kicked out of school because they're way too smart. And they lose all their friends because they're too smart. And it ruins their lives. And then they get kidnapped by these two aliens. And the aliens say, well, they're smart enough to be slaves on our planet. And they take them in their spaceship. And on the way to this planet, the two kids get stupider and stupider and stupider. It wears off. And by the time they get to the other planet, they're so stupid they can barely walk. Anyway, this is an early chapter in the book where the two aliens, it makes us 5 times as heavy. Morgul's tentacles writhed and wriggled. Waves of thick perspiration rolled off his fat body. Maybe we shouldn't have landed in New Jersey. Maybe there are nicer places. Too late for that now, Gobble replied with his upper mouth. His bottom mouth was turned down in a tight sneer. It took so long to get to this house, Morgul complained. Keeping in total darkness, hiding early morning, Gobble. Shh, do not wake anyone. Gobble ran his tongues over his tusks. We had to come to their house. We have to make sure. Made their way down the dark hall. They stopped outside Nathan's bedroom and peered inside. The boy, Gobble whispered. He motioned with all 4 tentacles for Morgul to follow him. They stopped beside Nathan's desk. Gobble gazed at the 2 empty drinking glasses on the desktop. He lowered a tentacle and sniffed the glasses with his pods. Yes, he whispered. Smiles spread over his 2 mouths. Yes, 2 empty glasses. He turned to find that Morgul had stepped up to the bed. He was rocking on his short legs, studying the boy. The boy slept soundly, silently on his back, on top of the covers. Morgul, come away, Gobble called in a loud whisper. Don't wake him. Come away from there. We've seen all we need to see. We know that he drank the formula. But Gobble, Morgul protested, something is wrong. Something is terribly wrong. He waved frantically for Gobble to join him. Shh, Gobble hissed. What is the matter? The boy, Morgul gasped, his face creased in horror. He isn't breathing. That's the end of chapter 4. Chapter 5. Gobble's mouth opened in alarm. He pulled his body quickly over to the bed. Did the formula kill the boy? Morgul bent over the bed, staring at Nathan's bare arms. Do you see, he whispered? Not breathing. Gobble leaned closer. He studied the boy for a long moment. Then he shut his eyes. When he opened them, his expression was angry. Morgul, you fool, he rasped. Humans do not breathe through their arms as we do. Morgul raised himself and turned to his leader. He made a wet swallowing sound. They don't? Humans breathe through those 2 holes on their faces. Look carefully. The boy's breathing steadily. The fat alien turned back to the bed and watched the boy breathe through his nose. Gross, he murmured. Gross and disgusting. Gobble nodded in agreement. But if we can smarten up the boy and his sister, he whispered, then they will be what we came. 2 smiles played over Gobble's face. Then, Morgul, you can kill them and eat their hearts, he said. My treat. And that's a chapter from Brain Juice. Thank you. I'm going to wrap it up. Okay. You do a little? Thank you very much. Now, how do I get so many books published? I actually write 2 books a month. And the way I do it, I just treat it as a full-time job. And I just work at it every day. I work about 6 days a week. And I write 20 pages a day. I think I'm kind of lucky that I can write really fast and that I like it so much. Because I started writing when I was 9. And I've been writing ever since. Questions? Who has a question? Yes. Uh-huh. No, it doesn't take 25. What do you mean 25 years to get a book published? It takes about, it actually takes about 9 months to get your book out. It takes about 9 months to do it. I'm working on next summer's book. I've got to get back to the airport, fly back to New York. Yes. Uh-huh. My real name? Robert Lawrence. Actually, no one ever called me RL in my life. Everyone just calls me Bob, really. But my name's Robert Lawrence. Everyone always expects a really exciting answer to that question, but it's just my name. What can you do? Yes? Can I do what? I don't think so. Nice try. It'll be out in a few weeks. All right, where am I? Here. Questions over here. Yes. Yes.
How'd you get started writing?
I just, when I was 9 years old, I went up to the attic and I found this old typewriter. And I dragged it down to my room and I started typing little magazines and little stories, just typing. And that's all I don't know why I found it so interesting. But I did. I loved it. And I used to do these little magazines, little comic magazines, and then bring them into school and pass them around. And I was always getting into trouble for it, always. The teachers were always taking them away and saying, Bob, stop that. Could you stop? Nobody ever encouraged me. They always discouraged me, but I kept doing it anyway. Yes? Can you all have the fruit roll-ups? I think that's up to Braden. It's not up to me. I'll be out of here by then. You can fight over them. Yes, yes. What's happened with Goosebumps and my Fear Street books and the fact that they've become so popular has been really exciting for me. But I feel that I put in those 20 years, I just kept going, I kept at it and worked hard for it. And I think that's made a real difference. And I'm having a great time now. I'm so happy that you all like the book so much and like the TV show and everything. It makes me very happy, and I'm so glad kids are reading so much. I think that's terrific. Yes. Yesterday, I was autographing at the Mall of America in Minneapolis, and this big kid came up on the stage, and he said, "Would you sign a book for me?" I said, "Yes." His name was Jason. And I signed it for Jason, and he said, "And would you sign one for my twin brother?" And I said, "Sure, what's his name?" And he said, "Jason." And I said, "No, that's yours." Hayden, this is very exciting. Congratulations on a wonderful title. I enjoyed writing a story with you guys, and thank you very much.
Fantastic. Well, congratulations. We've got, it's not quite over yet, Brady. Are you having fun still?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. You guys out there having fun? Well, my name's Tom, and I actually have the coolest job in the world. I get to work on fruit roll-ups every day. How cool is that? Somebody out there asked about some fruit roll-ups for him, and you're going to get them later, so everybody gets to have some fruit roll-ups. Well, just real quick, I think you guys know how cool it was to have Braden write such a fantastic title and win a visit from R.L. Stine himself, but he also won some really cool stuff for all you guys and for your school, which is really cool. So if Principal Weekman could come up here. Yeah, Principal!
Hi. Very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. This is the
Thank
letter
you.
that he
That's
wrote
it.
to you upstairs.
Oh, that's great.
Okay.
Thanks. Thank you.
Well, we wanted to make a couple of presentations to your school as a result of Braden's excellent work on this fantastic title. And Lee, if you could bring him out here, we've got some really neat stuff for you guys. We've got a whole bunch of Goosebumps books that you guys can share and read. If there's any, you have a bunch of them for you down there. And also, we've got a bunch of bonus box tops for education, which are on all of our fruit snacks at General Mills and all of our cereals. And you guys in your school can go out and buy some really cool stuff for your school, whatever you guys need. And Principal Weekman will figure out what that is, and it should be awesome. So enjoy the stuff.
Here, scoot down. Scoot down, scoot down. I'll sit next to him. Hi. Scoot down. No, sit down. All right. Okay, man. All right. We'll get everybody. That's good.
I stayed in Iowa.
What? Wyoming? Yeah?
Did you
Yeah.
like the movie Welcome to Dead House?
Yep. I thought it was pretty creepy. Did you like it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I can't believe that monster actually punched that wall.
Oh, I know. That was scary.
And then
Yuck.
I liked it when they nailed it.
Yeah? The favorite TV show? I think the
Are you the one who rode down in the...
I think the Haunted Mask. I think the Haunted Mask. What?
Are you the one who rode down in the limousine?
Yeah.
I'll be honest with Brady picked them all.
It's gonna take me to the airport, I hope.
Do you like flying in airplanes?
He left.
What? Yeah, I fly just about every week. All right. You think we got a few more?
Maybe.
All right. Okay, this was pretty good. Pretty good. Thanks. That's it. Okay, man. Congratulations. Really nice to meet you. I enjoyed meeting you and your whole family.
I enjoyed having you here.
All right, thanks so much.
Fantastic. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Nice job.
Bye-bye now.
Okay, we'll head out here.
No, probably won't. This is just for the contest.
Yeah, right. But then if you see it in a year or two,
It means you're
you'll know I got very desperate.
Sounds pretty gross, is it?
I have to return the mic.
Story about how
Yeah,
an experiment goes
so I
totally
walk out with it.
and evil clone makes other people.
You were writing a letter to R.L. Stein. What were you writing him about?
Just telling him my name, how many people, my family,
Tom would know better than I would.
how many books I've read. Honored to be a finalist.
You're kind of the center of attention here. This is pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
All the class.
Just ask you a couple of questions, probably the same questions Rob just asked you. And when we talk, you can just look at me, okay? All right? Go ahead. Okay. Brady, I guess first of all, how did you come up with that title? That's a pretty interesting title.
Well, we had a dog whose name was Bonnie, and it sometimes seems like you could throw a stick and she might go get it, but it really won't happen. But
So she's the dead dog you still
Yeah.
fetches.
yeah,
Okay. So you really like these books. What do you like about them?
I like how they put you in suspense, and when I always think it's a certain ending, it always turns out to be something else.
Oh, yeah?
I like books where I can't guess the ending.
Uh-huh. Well, parents think these are kind of scary. Are they too scary?
No. I never have nightmares.
Okay. What did you, we saw the expression on your face when you walked through the door. What did you think?
I was surprised.
To say the least. Did you know who R.L. Stein was right off the bat?
Yeah,
You did? So you've seen pictures of him?
yeah.
What did you think when you saw his face and you knew it was him?
I was just amazed.
So I understand, I talked with your folks. You want to be a writer?
Yes, I do.
Okay, what are you doing to prepare yourself for that?
I'm writing a book now. It's not a very good one because it has a lot of grammar problems and stuff, but I hope to correct it and publish it.
Okay. How does it feel to be the most popular kid in school?
Oh, it feels good.
Okay. All right, that's all I need. Thank you. Nice to meet you, Brady. Congratulations. That's great.
Okay.
And I wouldn't be surprised if my teacher, Mr. Taylor, would be planning another something like that, getting pieces of confetti or something and throwing them in the air.
What were you thinking when you were coming up? I mean, you were in the principal's office, right? Then can you tell me?
I was writing a fan letter to R.L. Stine, say I was honored to be a finalist, told him who I was, and I'd read over 75 of his books. And I would walk through the door and I was surprised and startled.
What was going through your mind?
I was thinking, what? I was thinking, what is going on?
And all the confetti and
all the confetti, and I look at everybody wearing Goosebumps and I'm thinking, I must have won the contest.
Pretty cool. So, where did you come up with your title?
Well, we have a dog. We had a dog whose name was Bonnie, and it sometimes seems like we can throw a stick and she'd go get it, but it really wouldn't happen.
Well, then you came up with that good title?
Yeah. We came up with a few others like Skeleton Key.
So what do you hope to do when you get older?
Write.
Why don't you maybe put that in a sentence?
I would just love to write when I get older. I already am starting a book. It's an adventure book.
What's it about?
It's about 3 kids who get warped to another world and they fight monsters and they pick up comrades and stuff.
Wow. What do you think is your favorite thing about Goosebumps book?
How they put me in suspense and leave me guessing what the ending is.
Great. Well, thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
What's it like being the center of attention?
I think it's really neat. Oh boy, can't wait.
How long did it think it will take you to eat that many fruit rolls?
Since my mom won't let me eat them all at once, it'll probably take me a while.
How about reading all those books? How long is it going to take you to read them?
I've read a bunch of them already, but I love to sit back and reread them, so it'll take a while. I'll be very busy.
So what did you think about winning? You just talked to him.
I was excited. I didn't even know I had won. I just knew I was one of the 50 finalists. And I was amazed when I came through that door. Surprised and shocked.
Did you know that was R.L. Stine?
Yes.
You've seen pictures of R.L. Stine
Yeah.
before?
Okay, you got a picture right there with him. Hold him up.
Yeah. Sorry.
All right. Well, thank you.
Welcome.
Congratulations.
Good job.
Thank you.